Right. Okay. Let's go and visit. Now, it's been a little while since I've swung by this place last. Let's go and see what you've managed to do with the place. Oh. Starting to look really nice, actually. Starting to look really nice. Miners are mostly obsolete by skid steers. Not really, since high-level mining is required to do a lot of the nice stuff. They've done a very good job at not making skills obsolete. Certain types of labor, yes. Wow. Okay, you've got a big old thing down there. But you've got certain types of labor, like actually mining by hand, is probably obsolete once enough people have machines to do the rest. Looking very nice indeed. Okay, so you've bought some ashlar shale, unless you made it yourself, in which case, very nice. Little garden here, I love that. Little tower garden. Wooden balcony. Back in the Escher room once again. Don't know where that goes. This goes down into the depths of the mountain. Some mining down here. Even more depths. Some storages down here. That's it. That's the last of the depths. That ashlar was the first ashlar for sale on the server. Okay, you got a little bit of history there. David took the very first of one of the highest tier materials you can build out of and made steps out of it to establish his dominance. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. Ashlar limestone. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Mortared limestone. Oh, I like the way you use stairs there. That's pretty clever. Breakfast nook. Yes, indeed. And up here is the Juliet balcony, from whence she can call down to her Romeo, and then when he doesn't reply back and ghosts her on social, she can just leap off. That turned a bit dark, but come on, it's Romeo and Juliet. Where do you think it was going to go? Right, so that is explored. Whoop. 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 Okay. Hello. A secret workshop. I like it. A secret work. You are secretly protected. This is marvelous. You have taken your sacred task to protect the redwoods, and you're making a redwood. I'm not really sure actually. It's not a redwood museum. Well, I guess you could have a living museum. I guess there's nothing that says you can't have a living museum. This is marvelous, mate. An atrium. Yes, indeed. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much. This is beautiful. And all of this, my glass and my bricks. My glass and my bricks are going to encase the redwoods and protect them for as long as they live. Thousands and thousands of years. For as long as the planet survives and the meteor does not crash down and destroy everything. I like what you've done with this. I've got to say, I love the little That would look amazing if there was actually water there. Like, legitimately, this is a lovely design. If someone, like, with a river, with a water wheel running in the water of the river, just adjusted the tiles. I don't think they could, because these would probably then interfere with the flow of water, and thus this would stop working. But that is such a lovely design. I've got to be honest. I really, really am taken by that. I like that a lot, mate. You've done a really great job. Really great job. Books and Broken TVs. This game is called Eco. You can check. Actually, if we got Eco on the, we might not actually have a command for it at the moment. That's my oversight. But Eco is basically. I'm gonna hate myself for saying this, but it's really, really probably the best descriptive shorthand. It is a. It has a lot of similarities to Minecraft. Let's just get it out of the way. You dig a diggy hole all over the place. There are no zombies. There's no actual way of hurting you. But food is a thing. It is survival in the sense that you need food to do anything. And you consume food just by existing and doing things. So you have to feed yourself. There are animals that will attack you, but they'll never kill you. There's no fall damage. You can't die. But you can be made frustrated by the fact that when an animal attacks you, you lose calories. Amusingly, it's as if the animal is literally eating you, so there's less of you there, so you are less calorific. I find it quite funny, but that's just me. The game is about protecting yourself and the planet from a meteor. Let me see if I can see her in the sky. The game is very heavily simulated. The ecology of the planet, the plants, the animals, so on and so forth. Pollution. Pollution is a very big part of it. Because in trying to prevent the meteor, you basically all start out as hunter-gatherers in the very early days of the server. It runs in real time, and your skills go up with time based on how well you're eating and how good your house is. So there are reasons for you to make a nice house, other than, haha, I've made a kitchen out of a stair block and some signs. Or a seat, rather. No, you actually want to put nice furniture in the room because it makes the room nicer, and the room being nice affects the skill gain that you have. Oh, take care, David. Have a nice one, mate. I will come to breakfast at some point, I promise. That is if you're actually leaving and you're not just saying goodbye to me because I'm leaving the house. But I really do like it, by the way, mate. You've done an enormous amount of work. It really has changed so much in a marvelous way. But yeah, as I was saying, you are trying to stop a meteor. You start off as hunter-gatherers and you have to just learn. You have to research and understand things. Obviously, the scale of time is much faster because you go from, humble hunter-gatherers to being able to build lasers that can shoot down a meteor in the span of like 30 days in game. However, the trick to it is that in the necessity of industrializing in order to learn and build and smelt and make electronics and all of that sort of stuff, you can easily destroy the ecology of the planet yourself through pollution. So you have to try and work with that. And once if you start polluting things, or if you too aggressively cut down a certain type of tree species, well, then that tree is gone from the world. It won't come back. If you kill too many prey animals, the hunters will start to die. The carnivores will start to die in that area. Because they've got nothing to eat. So on and so forth. If you overfish, well, don't be too surprised if that fish species leaves that part of the world. I don't know if migration is simulated, but I wouldn't be surprised if it were. But there's an economy, there's... and it's a player-run economy, player-run governance. I absolutely adore this part of the world. I'm going to get out. Oh. Physics, why? I mean, I was going to get out to have a look in the tunnel, but you know what? Sure. I'll go back the other way. Those days. But all of this is built by players. It's absolutely glorious. You can see the shark, the fish there. I really love this little aqua tunnel. I wouldn't mind coming along here and like making a little home in a spot like that. All the roads, all of the infrastructure, everything in the world was designed by players. Turn our properties so you can actually have a look at the world. The town is becoming amazing at this point. Really starting to come together. DetGen is doing some big works over there. Is that going to be some sort of massive mega mall? That'd actually be pretty cool. More shops around there would be well appreciated. It's this little area, this little compound here. And down here is Nobudao village. Let's be honest, it's somebody's village really. Somebody's keeping all the bellies full. The power is with the food. We all know this is true. Oh, has the road been changed? The road looks like it's been changed a little bit. It looks like there's been an added wall there to prevent people from tumbling down. Pretty cool. Is it possible to do harm onto other players? Not in a direct sense. You can't hurt someone. Like I said, there's literally no way for a person to take damage or be harmed. But you can do damage in the sense of economic damage. Like if they've got a business and you just make it your business to undercut them, then you're going to do damage in that way. But generally speaking, it's not really a game where the focus is on player v player. I mean, the economy is, to a degree, player v player, and there's no point in trying to shy away from that fact. You know, the moment there's any kind of business, it is inherently competitive. But there's no like way of like just knifing someone and throwing them off a tall building, or digging a ditch, rolling them into the ditch, chopping them up, and setting them on fire. That doesn't happen. Yeah, leafing is for sciencing how much damage nature can take before it gives in. And I think leafing is finding that nature can take quite a lot as it happens. Quite a lot. I want to go this way? I do. I always get confused by that part. Always get confused by it. What did Bowtie Biffer ask? Sheila, let me have a quick look. Did I miss a question? Sorry about that if I did. I completely cannot see what Bowtie Biffer asked. I'm terribly sorry. Oh no, there we are. I've spotted you. The world isn't actually round. The map view just makes a round projection. Just a square that loops top to bottom, left to right. I mean, more than likely, yes. But then, isn't that what the real world is? What you're talking about is the way it handles the poles, and more than likely. Ye olde problem with any game that tries to simulate there being an actual globe is that the poles get weird because distances change. They no longer neat and tidy into grids. At least not square ones. Using polar coordinates and such. And no, there are no beehives yet, unfortunately. Hopefully there will be soon. Alrighty then, let's have a quick look at what my inventories look like. Not seeing much in the way of clay. Interesting. What I may need to do, though, is find people who will buy the materials, and as much as it kills me to be contemplating getting rid of my my stone, my precious stone, I think I might have to. That being said, ooh. Sheila, do you have a spare truck? As in, do you have a truck that you could bring around so I can load up with items so that I can empty out my storages on top of my on top of the base? Because if so, I could just go ahead and place down the lumber stockpile on top now, because there's nothing up there anymore. And for a time being, that may, because I believe the lumber stockpile has a extended range. It might be enough to allow me to move a bunch of stuff around. But I've got an awful lot to move before I can do that, unfortunately for me. Can I reach in there? Yes, I can. Good. Right. Shrink all of this. Truck. The other thing I could possibly do is maybe place down another stockpile but further back, because I own all of this land. I could easily just drop down a couple of stockpiles back here to shift things into it. Sheila, to the rescue! Hey, Sheila, am I clear to drop some things into your truck? Actually, Night Crusade might be here to help out as well. Yep, I can. Fantastic. Okay, let's shunt all of the bricks down there if I can. will just as soon as I can. Okay, that's one storage emptied. With that storage emptied, I can now move this back. Thanks, Night Crusade. Really appreciate the help. I'm just going to leave that there. I might not need it. Now that I've got one storage available for me to shunt things over to, I may be able to get the rest out of here without too much trouble. Oh, am I not? Damn it, this might be... Ah, yeah, it's butting right up against their claim. Crap. It's just there. But I should be able to pop it here. There we go. Can I reach any of the others from there? No. Just need to get the last little bit shunted over. Damn it. Go away. I really dislike the tooltip sometimes. They can be a bit obnoxious. Oh, this one can go into a chest, though. I'm almost done. Then after this is all done, I've got to move it all back, which is going to be a nightmare, but... Oh well. I should, with this, be able to clear everything up off the roof. Then it's just a matter of moving everything back into the lumber stockpile. And we will be sorted. Now from here, can I reach the large lumber stockpile downstairs? Yes, I can. Oh, thank goodness. Thank heavens. Right, can I center this? I'm somewhat hopeful that this is centered. No, it's not. It is not centered, and I do need it to be centered. Is it centered on where I am? Oh, actually, this one looks somewhat centered. Ha! It was. Fantastic. Okay. Oh my lord, that is amazing. Gonna be honest, that is amazing. And I can even reach the skid steer down in the basement. And this thing can stack rock to twice... well, can stack things twice as densely. So not only is it enormous by comparison, it can also store a humongous amount of stuff in it. Didn't realize that the everything down below would be able to reach as far. Especially the skid steer. The skid steer being able to reach this far is kind of a shocker to me. For the time being, I'm just going to move everything into this. Is there a way that I can do that quickly? Now, there is... This will very quickly show how inefficient this is, because they're taking up a spot, even though, realistically, this thing can store enormous amounts of bulky materials, or it can store, you know, tiny amounts of really small, piddly ones. But if I can get this to the point where everything is stored up here, then at that stage I can get very quickly sort out everything down below. So that's truck, storage. Thank you so much for the waste, Sheelab. Rise Lordin, thank you very much for the raid. Diolch yn fawr. What were you playing? Welcome, raiders. Hello, Lucent Knight, how you doing? I am currently doing the riveting task of inventory management as I try and squeeze a little bit of extra space out of my stockpiles. I have collected so much stuff from people who just didn't want it, and at the time I just thought they were being very generous. But in reality, now I understand. They just didn't know what to do with it, and neither do I. My truck storage, let's move all of this up. How much can dirt stack? Well, it can stack at least a 10. I'll accept that. I need to keep these kilns all in something smaller. Yeah, I'm going to run out of room, aren't I? Storage. Oh, actually, I will just about to be able to fit everything in this place into a single storage. My goodness, this thing is ridiculously useful. Thank you both. Sorry I didn't need your help in the end, Night Crusade, but I really appreciate you offering it, though. Oh, my lord. Right, let's have a quick look. Oh, you were playing Hollow Knight. Oh, that's awesome. I really need to try that game out. I've seen a few people play it, and I'm so excited about it. Wow, okay. Belial, I really wish I'd seen that highlighted message before I finished moving everything. Control, Shift, plus drag will drag everything at once. I don't even. Oh, I don't even. The evens that I don't are exceptionally vast. They are both vast and they are numerous. Why? I don't know if my inventory still. I mean, technically I can just leave it up there, but... Oh! There was stuff over here. How rude. Oh, it's been putting stuff in there. Right, I see. Ah, my lord. It's your first time ever playing a platformer and a Souls-like game. Wow, that is a rare experience. The first of both. You think you need to the end? I really want to play that game. I need to put some time aside at some point and just play it. Because the amount of people who have told me that it's genre defining in some ways. Yeah. I definitely need to check that out. But I'm really glad to hear that you were enjoying yourself. Right, let's get all of these items down in the chest, where they can sit forevermore and be sold as and when. You know what? I'm going to organize them. Statues can live over here. The end. Until one of them gets sold, and then it's going to be all out of order again, and I'm going to be sad, but you know what? It's fine. There we go. I have got so many things that I need to sort. Can I not stock these? There you go. Doors as well. Okay. What do you mean I don't have enough room in my inventory? Oh, it's because I'm carrying this. Fair enough. I feel a little bit like, I don't know, a massive pack rat right now. Because like everything that my character owns now exists in this stockpile. Well, I mean, you know, we've got the stuff at the mountain home as well, but my lord, that has solved so many problems, but goodness me, it looks but ugly on top of the worm's urn. I am glad that I am taking the time to excavate a place to put that underground where it's not going to look awful. Both Ori games are absolutely wonderful. If you are finding that you're enjoying Hollow Knight, Ori is certainly not a Souls game, but it is a particularly wonderful example of a platformer. It comes highly recommended from just the general everyone, but I will add my voice to that chorus. It is a beautiful game, beautifully written. It's a form of storytelling that's very similar to Dark Souls. I don't know if it has that in common with Hollow Knight, where it doesn't really expressly tell you the story, it shows you the story. It's a sort of silent storytelling, but the story is so utterly beautiful. And yeah, I definitely got emotional playing Ori. 100% got emotional playing Ori. Yeah, it's a great example of passive storytelling. The world tells the story. The characters never... Well, actually, I think one or two characters do directly speak with you. But for the most part, actions are the storytelling. Aavak, on a completely unrelated note, how's the pollution look at my area? You know what, Leafin? That's the thing that we're gonna end the stream on. You know, we're gonna go and have a look at the ground pollution. Ground pollution's, you know, it's getting up there. It's actually not good in here. There's a lower ground pollution coming from the air pollution, I imagine. Let me just have a quick look at the air pollution. There's a... Oh! The excavator is probably causing a lot of air pollution, I imagine. That, and that this is a junction. And people have been driving in and driving out and driving in and driving out and driving in and driving out all day. That's probably contributed to ground pollution, definitely. So a couple of hot spots around the place. Night Rat's got a few. A little bit of pollution over there from the oil derricks. Not much, though. Kitsa's doing a fantastic job of keeping their pollution at bay. Well done, Kitsa. That's sincerely amazing. Really, really think you're doing a great job. Sandman and Zangiri, they're not even trying at this point. They're just like, I want the heat map for pollution to burn into your soul as they burn into my retina. Harrowing tale of planet abuse over there. Harrowing. And then Leafin. Honestly, Leafin, yours isn't as bad as I thought. I'm going to be honest. I There are details in this. It's like a drawing. It's like I'm looking at a building from the sky using thermal imaging. You're evening it out slowly. I see. I see. Yeah, compared to Sandman and Zangiri, Leafion's place isn't actually that bad. And Zangiri's isn't even that bad. But then you look at Almia and Night Crusade, considering what they're doing, they've got like blast furnaces there. It's the only real pollution on their place. But they've got a massively modern industrial complex. And they're managing their pollution reasonably well. Oh, wow. Who is this place? Swamp Lord Estate. Oh, so they've got 3 of the lasers already built. They can't shoot the asteroid down until the computer can be placed, which they won't be placing. I believe that has either been banned or there's an agreement not to place it. But that's actually pretty cool. You know what? I was a little bit concerned that perhaps some folks would... Oh, that's beautiful. Someone's building an aqueduct. Okay, the last thing we're going to do then is going to go and see that aqueduct. I need to see that aqueduct. I've wanted to know what the aqueducts look like this whole time. But that's where we're going to wrap things up. But yes, so I am a little bit glad to see that someone has basically already placed down the lasers, and it's just a matter of time now. Because I was a little concerned that some people, the only people on the server who really had built up the ability to do it, were not going to be interested in trying to stop it anymore, and then so everyone else was going to be a bit boned. But okay, someone was very methodical in their excavation of this area. They have literally cleaved out a space from nature. It's like, this is my place now, nature. You may go somewhere else. Someone just, happy with their little camp there in the wall. Little garden outside, tomatoes. Loads of tomatoes up here as well. Yeah, I mean, Sheilab's place has got an oil refinery next door, and she's doing amazing. Yep. Okay, so there's a natural water source over here, and this is I'm assuming that this is oh, maybe it isn't. Is this not a aqueduct brick? And yet it's carrying the water really far, and it normally doesn't. No, this must be aqueduct bricks. No, there's a brick. Huh. No, they're just bringing the water over. I wonder if the water mechanics are just a little bit more forgiving than I realized. Either way, they've made an aqueduct. They're bringing the water all the way down here. This is marvelous. I am part trout. I do not sink in waterfalls. I swim up them. Oh, this is glorious. Ah, and then I fall off. Never mind. Only part trout. Like 1/8 trout. On my mother's side. Okay. Well, this is really quite interesting. Wonder what they're building this for. Are they perhaps trying to bring water somewhere so that they can use piping to gather the water or something like that? Well, that's really, really fascinating. Big old industrial complex over there. Massive windows. Again, I really wish it were connected textures to the windows, but as I said, that was the last thing we were going to look at. That is pretty cool. I wonder where that's going and who's building it. I am full of questions, big questions. Now, I realize I have not yet been able to fully excavate out the room that we need. Oh dear. Chat, do you notice something about my massive lumber stockpile? Something maybe not about it specifically, but about the space around it. Maybe the space right above it specifically. What the heck? I disapprove. I disapprove on so many levels. It isn't even funny. Bloody hell. I'm going to have to go up there and get it back. But okay, but on that note, we are going to be wrapping up the stream here now. I'm going to finish things off with one final Stream Raiders battle, and then we'll be finding someone to go and raid for real. Thank you very much for joining me, though, everyone. If that's going to be your lot, then please know that I had an especially great evening because you were sharing it with me. Thank you so much for dropping by. It has been a pleasure. And I hope you have a wonderful evening / and or morning / and or day. But that is going to be it for Eco and for the stream for the most part for now. So until next time, whether you're watching live or indeed in VOD land over on YouTube, I hope you do take care.